Okay, so this is Unit 8, Section 4, Transforming the Quadratic Function, Part 2. All right, so we're working on this problem right here. We're going to compare what's the same. So my A is the same, and my B is the same. And what's different about these three functions? You have 1, -4, and 3. So C is what's different. So now let's look and see how they look on the graph. Okay, so what's the same? The axis of symmetry is right here at 0. All right, their vertex is no longer the same. They're all different. The vertex of the parabola are all different. All right, so whether it's narrow or wider, because A is the same, they're all going to be the same. What we did here is we shifted it, which is a translation. It's a type of transformation. Is we start with the parent function and we translate it. We moved it up 3, and then we start with the parent function and we moved it down 4. So notice how the blue is a positive 3, so we shifted it up, and how the green here is a -4, so we shifted it down. So with that said, the value of C, if C is greater than 0, shifts up, which is a translation. If C is less than 0, shifts down. And you always start with the parent function, with the origin at 0, 0. Okay? So let's apply this. Okay, so we're going to compare it to the parent function, which is f of x, x squared, right here. All right, so let's go ahead and identify our A, our B, and our C. And then our second function, g of x, so our A is -1/4, our B is 0, and our C is 3. Okay, when we graph our parent function, because this is positive, your A is greater than 0, it's going to go upward. When we graph our second function here, our A is negative, so it's going to go downward. Okay, so that's one comparison. All right, let's look at our value of C. So we start here at the origin, and then because C is positive, what will we do here? We shifted up 3 units. Okay? All right, that's it. Oh, let's talk about which one's the narrowest. All right, so when you compare the narrowest, you take the absolute value. So the absolute value of A here is 1. Absolute value of A here is 1/4. Okay, so the greatest number is the one that is the narrowest. So let's see, 1 is greater than 1/4. 1 is greater than 1/4, so f of x is the narrowest. Okay? All right, one last one. We're going to compare this with the parent function again, so let's go ahead and write the parent function. upward. How do I know that? Because A is positive. All right, let's look at G of X. A is positive, so this one is upward. Okay, C is the same, so we're not shifting it up or down. So let's compare which one is the narrowest. So let's go ahead and put no shift. Because C is the same. All right, so right here, A equals 1, absolute value of 1 is 1. Right here, A equals 3, absolute value of 3 is 3. So the greatest number is the narrowest, so G of X, 3x squared, is the narrowest. All right, that's it for today's lesson, guys. Good luck. See you tomorrow.